All right, hello. Hi, everybody. It's time for our next speaker. His name is Andrew Ng, and do you guys want to guess what he's going to talk about? Some very interesting topic, something that has been on a rise lately. If you are interested in anything related to ChatGPT, please welcome to the speaker booth, and let's see what we can learn from Andrew. All right, here you go, Andrew.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for coming here today. So first and foremost, I'm going to play a game with you all, yeah? So let's see. Can I play a game with you and you? All right. Yeah? All right. So, do you know rock, paper, scissors? Yeah? Do you know rock, paper, scissors? Okay. So, it's going to be speaker versus the crowd. Okay? So, both of you would have to come up with a decision. And then I'm going to be going against you guys, okay? And then you guys are going to be, how do I say this? You receive a prize, yeah? Okay? Okay, so more coming in, or more coming in, more coming, okay, great. Okay, so the five of you would have to come up to the decision, which, either rock, paper, scissors, choose one, and I'll go against the five of you at the same time. Yeah, so all five of you must choose one. Okay? Together. Yeah? Okay, wait. Make a decision. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. That's not a decision. Okay, one more time. The five of you, make a decision. Choose one together so they can win me or lose me collectively. Okay? Ready? Not together. No. One more time. Okay, last round. Everyone must have the same thing. Okay? I'm not going to look. Let me know when you're ready. Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So you guys win me. You would get a prize of picture together. Okay? Okay? Of your, just stay in there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay. So why did I do that? Yeah. So today's conversation is about with ChatGPT and do not losing your job to a chatbot, right? Yeah. So that's the first thing I want to share with you all, that an AI or a chatbot would not be able to make this experience with you right here. The alternative situation would be a chatbot like ChatGPT would be coming up and giving my talk, right? But it doesn't have the ability to create this moment with what we did just here, that you and me, we played a game together on stage, yeah? So that's the premise of the whole story. And today I'll be speaking about 5 things we can do as human beings to not get left behind. Okay? So let's move on. So of course, it starts with a job, and it starts with a chat with ChatGPT. Okay? So I asked ChatGPT, how do I not let ChatGPT replace me in my job? Yeah. So my name is Andrew, and I'm a professional coach, and I help companies and people, develop strategies in order to grow their businesses or grow themselves. Okay? So how do I not let ChatGPT replace me in my job? Yeah. So of course, ChatGPT says a few things, like staying up to date with the industry trends, developing skills that are difficult for machines to replicate, build relationships and networks, and identify areas in your job that are highly valued, that require human expertise. Yeah. So I had a vision that, one day, being a coach, I'm going to be replaced as well. I'm going to be replaced by an AI, technically speaking. So how do I move forward? Yeah. So ChatGPT mentioned at the end of his sentences, remember, technology is meant to be a tool to assist us human beings, not as a replacement for human skills and creativity. It's going to be a tool. Over centuries, over the decades, we've been constantly being replaced. Tools have constantly been replaced. Yeah, and we humans have to adapt to the ever-changing environment. Okay? So the question is, how? So how do human beings reign supreme in the world of AI? So the first step is, as you all are here, trying to find a career, connecting with employer, finding your right careers, the first thing you have to do as an individual is to identify your personal unfair advantages. Yeah? What makes you reign supreme over an AI? What makes you reign supreme over your peers? Yeah? What skill do you have that many of your peers might not have? So let's take a look. So of course I asked ChatGPT what its thoughts are. So in one sentence, what are some areas that ChatGPT is superior to human beings? Okay? So it gave me eight factors. So processing speed, memory, consistency, multitasking, language, objectivity, and scalability. Scalability here means, I'm a person here, it's only me right here, right now. ChatGPT can be everywhere else. Yeah? So ChatGPT has 8 unfair advantages. And that means, if you look at the trend, it's our minds. Our minds, our thinking, our creativity, our communication. ChatGPT is going to have an unfair advantage over that. So we cannot play that game. So what game can we play in our career when we find the right careers? So be so good, be so good that no one can ignore you. Like, I'm not in a world of AI and tech, but because ChatGPT is so good at what it does, I have to enter its realm as well. So be so good that even everyone around you, that all your peers, your network, they cannot ignore you. Your friends, they cannot ignore you for what you do better than most people. Okay? So, in general, human beings, we're still better in ChatGPT in certain areas. Even ChatGPT acknowledges it. Yeah? It's still limited in areas of empathy, creativity, and contextual understanding. All these different things right here. There's so many variables going on here. It's going to be very hard for AI to, create this moment with all of us here today. So I'm going to give you a set of tools in order for y'all to identify, what are some of your unfair advantages. Okay? For some of y'all who have experienced me before, this would be something familiar. But basically, this is a hedgehog concept that is shared by Jim Collins. Okay? Normally, this is done for businesses, but take this into a context of your own individual self. So the first thing is, obviously, what are you passionate about? Take this time as you go around finding your careers, talking to your employers and all, future prospect employees, is what are you really, really, really passionate about? Like for me, I'm passionate about human beings. I'm passionate about businesses. Yeah? And that led me to psychology, coaching, and all that. So I'm really passionate about human beings. Yeah? And that's why I love the topic about humans versus robots, and how we can conquer the world one day together. Yeah, being this multiplanetary species. So the second one is, what can you be the best in the world at? Yeah? What can you be best in the world at? So for me, of course, I've been developing the skills of psychology and coaching and all that. And hopefully, one day, I'll be the best in the world in leadership development for consciousness. Yeah? Developing high consciousness leadership. So the question here, as you find your careers and as you grow in your careers as well, identify what is something you can be the best in the world. It could be your marketing skills. It could be your tech skills. Chat AI still needs coders behind it. Yeah, so be the master of AI, not the AI be the master of you. Yeah. It could be the way you think. It could be your mindset. It could be, just how you connect with people. AI is never going to do that. You can connect and build trust with people. Okay? And ultimately, what drives your economic engine? So here is, what is a skill that you're passionate about, and what can you be at the best in the world at? At the same time, makes you earn money. Yeah? What would people pay you for using your skills? Okay? So if you are able to identify that, that will be some of the clues of your personal, individual, unfair advantages. Okay? And that will be your first step. We cannot afford to be just good anymore, going to work, taking a salary, letting our employers, trainers, or developers. We have to be great at what we do. We have to identify what we are good at and what we're passionate about, so we can make a dent in this world doing what we do. We must be great. It's the only option now, because everything else is going to be, catching up with us. Not only peers, but tech as well. So the first key takeaway for you is, what are your personal unfair advantages as an individual? So actionable item number 1. As you go away today, as you leave today, take this away with you. Find your unfair advantages and build your own personal brand around that. Yeah, so that you're not hunting for jobs anymore, but jobs are hunting you. Be so good that jobs are hunting you. Organizations are hunting you instead. And because they're hunting you because of what you love to do and what you're really good at. Yeah? Don't be the hunter. Be the hunted in this case. Second, your career North Star. So now you have your unfair advantages, right? Like, you know what you want to do, what you're really good at. You're going to find a North Star. So I asked ChatGPT again, what is his or her North Star? As an artificial intelligence, they technically do not have a North Star. But just listen at the last one here. ChatGPT's North Star could be seen as providing as a useful and effective conversational AI interface that serves the needs of its users. Yeah. So ChatGPT here is to serve humanity and not to replace humanity. It is to serve human beings and its users. Leverage on it. So the question is here, knowing your unfair advantages, what purpose would you serve with it? How are you going to use your skills to play the longer game? Don't just go in for the sake of a salary, Sure, that works to pay the bills. We need to do that. But to play the long game, to not let technology, replace our skills. We need to know what purpose do we serve, so that no matter what happens in this world, we know how to navigate through it to reach our destination that we want to reach. Okay? So think about it. What is the purpose that you want to serve? So I'll give you an example. Like for me, the purpose I want to serve is, when I'm doing this job, I want to build a world. I want to build a world that doesn't have humans fighting each other. We don't want a leader to sort of destroy humanity. We want leaders in the future that helps create a better world for each and every one of us. And how can I do that? As a small human being right here, right now with all of you. The small way I can do it is just to start with coaching. Coaching one life. Coaching one life, coaching one company. One at a time. One life at a time. And who knows in the future, Because I coach younger students as well, like 12 to 17 years old, and those are the next generation. You guys are the next generation. I'm also building the next generation. Yeah, and hopefully one day they will take over a nation, they'll take over the world, and that will be a leader that we all want to aspire to be. Yeah, so in my small way, I'm building a future generation of leadership. Okay, so know what your purpose is and what you're trying to serve as you go through this career journey. So Howard Gardner, a psychologist, we do not only have one type of intelligences, which is IQ, you know. Each and every one of us are bestowed, or we have developed a gift that we have over our lives. Identify, you know, what is an intelligence that you're strong at. So for example, ChatGPT will probably beat us in linguistics, flat. What was it? Logical, mathematical, flat. No problem. We'll lose there. So develop in other areas. You know, we're human beings. We have overcome many disasters in our life. Right here, right now, you all are here alive after the COVID pandemic. Yeah? You all have overcome it. We all have as humanity, and we can overcome more things in the future. Yeah. So, as you develop your unfair advantages and leverage on your strengths, know that you can use it to serve, either to build a world or to burn the world. Yeah, it's like any other tool. We will be like any other tool in a sense. But what would we be using it for? To burn the world or to build the world? Yeah. So actionable item number 2. What can you do about it? So spend some time to think about what purpose would you serve using your unfair advantages. Yeah. And from this, you can identify some of the companies that are on the same journey as you. So you're not here just for a salary. You're here for a bigger journey. Yeah? And ChatGPT would not be able to take that away from you. Not any AI, not any tech can take that away from you. This is your journey that you can take for yourself, and you will never be replaced in that sense. Whereas, you can actually leverage tech or ChatGPT or any form of AI or any form of new technology in order to get to where you want to go. Yeah? So leverage, the third factor is leverage meaningfully. Leverage meaningfully. What does that mean? So you have your unfair advantages. You know where you want to go. Now you need to work with others that are on the same journey. Build your community. ChatGPT will not be able to do that. You know, build your friends, build your community, build your network that allows you to move forward. Yeah, so of course, again, we come back to ChatGPT. In one sentence, how should human beings leverage artificial intelligence technology meaningfully to get ahead in their jobs and careers, right? So human beings can leverage AI technology meaningfully to get in their jobs and careers by identifying tasks that can be automated. You know, we do not want to do the repetitive stuffs anymore. Using AI-powered tools to improve productivity, collaboration, and customer service. So of course, I have friends, or I know people on two sides of the coin. Let's see which one you guys are. So when ChatGPT comes, you know, I have friends who will be using ChatGPT to, add in more content, build more stuff, designs. We can generate newer, crazier designs with AI. And there are people who also might see that, you know, oh man, ChatGPT is going to take over our jobs. I'm going to get replaced. You know, I'm going to lose out to an AI and a tech. It doesn't matter where we are. We can be on both sides. The question is, how do we leverage ChatGPT to get ahead in our jobs? How do we leverage meaningful relationships, you know, to serve our purpose. So I'm going to share with you guys a few books or a few tools. Yeah. So Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. So one of the things that he mentions here is, success in any field, but especially in business. It's about working with people, not against them. So remember, we're all human beings. We play here just now, we're part of a human collective. We're not here to pit ourselves against each other. We have to work together in order to build a better future. So that's the same thing applies in our jobs, in our careers, at work, in life, in family. So be a super connector. And that is something that ChatGPT would not replace you as well. Be a super connector. Everyone around here has a connection to someone important in your life. The question is, how can we tap that? Yeah, because we want to create a better connection. We want to create a better world, but we're all disconnected by our different networks. So we're all here today. And hopefully all of you are able to, really connect with each other. And one day become a super connector. And why? Why is this important in the career journey? So I'm not sure where did I get this again. Was it from the books or my friends as we were discussing about it? But ultimately, when you're a super connector, a job opportunity should always be one call away. Yeah. So we don't have to technically come around here and find a job. But in our phones, on our contact list, we should have developed relationships that would always bring us a job opportunity. And that should always be one call away. If you were to go back today with a KPI, it would be always have a job opportunity should be one call away. Yeah. And maybe it's the highly people, get to know them. So actionable item number 3. Right now, on your phones, on your notes, list down 10 people you need to build a relationship with that has a synergistic effect with your unfair advantages and serves the same purpose. So that means connect with the people that are on the same journey as you. And if you're able to do that, the network effect is there. Yeah. And ChatGPT would not be able to connect that for you in the future. So leverage on your connections, leverage on your relationships. Build a relationship that brings you forward in life and makes a better world. 4, be shiftable. So this is a mindset game as well. So this is the work I work with a lot. Teaching the tools or sharing the tools with each and every one of our coaches or our clients, how do we be shiftable? Okay? How do we shift our mindsets according to different situations? How do we shift and adapt in a world that is against us? Okay? So, of course, again, let's see what ChatGPT says. In one sentence, how would you recommend Gen Z in their own language to be adaptable in their careers? Yeah. Although I didn't really get the language, but to be adaptable in their careers, Gen Zs should cultivate a growth mindset. You see, it's a mindset game here. Continuously learn and develop new skills, build a diverse network, like what we just talked about, and be open to new experiences and opportunities. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you a story about Madam Kwan. Most of you might not know, Madam Kwan used to run a really, really popular hair salon back in the past. Yeah. So this is Madam Kwan, and she was a beautician. I think it was about for 25 years, Sakura Hair Salon or something along those lines. Very famous. But because things change, things happen, things change, and she changed her career into cooking and built an empire of what we know today as Madam Kwan's. Yeah. How many of y'all have ate Madam Kwan's here today? Just raise your hands. Yeah. So she has become a living icon for Malaysians. Yeah. So know this, be shiftable. She shifted from being a very popular beautician to, you know, um, a brand, an icon for food in Malaysia. Another one I will share with you, it's one of my favorite stories in MCO. I'm not sure how well they're doing now, but you know, cyber cafes. You know, who knows cyber cafes here? Yeah, cyber cafes. So during MCO, right, pandemic, no one can go out. We got PKP, we got lockdown. No one can go out, but cyber cafes still have to run, right? So be shiftable. Identifying where are the opportunities. You know, so Orange Esports or Orange Cyber Cafe, I heard the news that they shifted from having a cyber cafe to renting out their computers, you know, for either play at home or to work at home, work from home. So it was a brilliant move. This was one of my favorite stories. So be shiftable. No matter what situation, even with ChatGPT, even with AI, there is always a way to be the best, to grow on certain opportunities. Yeah? So, your takeaway would be, what are some possible other industries that can use your unfair advantages? You know, knowing your skills, knowing your passion, knowing what you can bring to the world. Don't only stick to one industry or one career. What are some other possible industries that you can use your skills in? That widens your prospect as well. You're not stuck. You're not stuck in one industry. You're not stuck in one career. Broaden the opportunities. Yeah, like in Uno, you got to play as many cards as possible. You know, lay out your options. Okay. So actionable item number 4. List down 5 possible industries as you go around today, looking at all the different employers here. List down 5 possible industries that you can use your unfair advantages in, and how would that impact, you know, your longer goal, your longer term goal. And finally, the most important one of all, embrace the journey. Yeah, embrace the journey, because the road to AI and humanity in the future is going to change. It's going to change a lot. So no matter what we can do, just embrace the journey. So I'm going to share with you what ChatGPT said. In one sentence, what can human beings do to embrace changes? Yeah, and to embrace change, human beings need to cultivate an open-minded and growth mindset, staying informed, seeking out new experiences, build a support network, and practice self-care. You know, basic stuff. But what I'll leave you with is a story. A story about the farmer and his horse. Okay? So one day, a farmer's horse runs away, and his neighbor comes out and says, "I'm so sorry about your horse." And the farmer says, "Who knows what's good, what's bad? You know, why say sorry? You know, who knows what's good, what's bad?" So the neighbor was so confused about this, because this was clearly terrible. This guy, this farmer, his only source of income just left, you know. It's like your only job just left you. It's terrible. So how can we say who knows what's good, what's bad? Because the horse was his most valuable thing that he owns. So the next day, the horse comes back, and the horse brings the farmer 12 new horses. Yeah. The neighbor comes back to celebrate with the farmer. "Congratulations on your great fortune. Wow, you know." And the farmer replies again, "Who knows what's good, what's bad? You know, I have 12 horses now. It's like getting $1 million, you know. Good or bad, we don't know." Next day, the farmer's son is taming one of the wild horses. You know, we have 12 new horses now. And he's thrown, and he breaks his leg. You know, the neighbor comes again. Wow, very poor neighbor, this one. The neighbor comes over again. "I'm so sorry about your son." You know, the farmer repeats, "Who knows? Good or bad, we don't know." Yeah. Then the next day, sure enough, the army comes through the village. And then, you know, he asked all the villagers, you know, We need able-bodied men to join the army and go to fight the war, you know. But the farmer's son was spared because he broke his leg because of the 12 horses. Yeah, he broke his leg so that the son doesn't need to go to war. Yeah. So the farmer says again, you know, what's good, what's bad, we don't know. Because of all that has happened, he doesn't need to lose his son because of his broken leg, because of all that has happened. We never know what's good and bad, or bad. You know, as we come to the age of AI, technology, we don't know what's going to happen. So just embrace the journey you're at now. Whatever company you're in, whatever career you're in, make the best out of it. Make the most out of it. You know, develop, be the best, be the strongest, be the most noticeable one. That serves a purpose. So wherever in your career right now, make the best of the situation. Good job, bad job, who knows? Yeah? But embrace the journey. And I wish all of you all the best, you know, finding the right career and as you develop the career for yourselves. So in summary, the 5 things to take away. Identify your unfair advantages. Identify your career North Star. Leverage tech and relationships meaningfully. Be shiftable. Don't get stuck in your own box. Embrace the journey. Good job, bad job, who knows? Yeah. So thank you everybody, and enjoy the ride, and may you find the right career for yourselves.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for the amazing career advice and also how we can leverage ChatGPT as a tool, not to replace us, but to help us in our career journey. Right? Thank you so much, Andrew. As a token of appreciation, we actually have some car stickers here. All right, on these stickers, there are some codes that relate to some or maybe most of us, employees, anyone. So I'm gonna show you both and then choose whichever that you relate to the most. All right?
Okay.
Right. The first one goes, it's the ballet, but 20% of my job is actually driving to the office.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Some of us might relate to that. Early morning jam and all. Yeah. The second one is stop. I don't get paid enough to fix my car.
Okay.
All right.
Second one.
Second one? All right, here you go. Thank you so much, Andrew. All right, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to approach Andrew. He's very friendly, always willing to help. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Enjoy the journey.